If you guys try to be politically correct here, I'm going to call you out on it. You got to promise. In fact, let's take a vow right now. Put your right hand in the air, okay? Mikey's not in here, so everybody has their right hand in their air. I don't have to check anybody. I state your name.
I state my name.
We'll tell the truth.
We'll tell the truth.
And
That's
really all I have.
That's really all
I have.
All right, so I have injected you with truth serum. This has nothing to do with PC. And I am asking the group of us here because I have asked this question to a couple of different groups over the last couple of weeks when my son brought it up and I realized that there might be a pattern in the answer. So we're sitting around the house and he's got a couple of friends over. Unlike his dad, he likes having people in his house. So he brings a couple of friends over and I guess we're looking to make small talk and he just throws out the question. Hey, if you found a briefcase with $1 million in it, what would you do with it? That's it. Very simple question. You find $1 million. What are you doing with the cash? And you have just been injected with truth serum. So, Rebecca, honestly, what are you doing with $1 million?
Well, I have anxiety.
I was thinking the same thing.
So immediately, this is a trap. I'm looking for the cameras and I'm calling my dad. And my dad will tell me exactly what to do. But I'm not touching that briefcase.
I'm curious, what do you think your dad would tell you to do?
My dad would probably say, stay right there. I'm going to come investigate. He would come. We would surround the briefcase and take a good look at it because he has anxiety too, probably.
Okay.
And we would honestly probably call the non-emergency line.
Okay. So
and report it.
It's a process, but at the end of the day, you are turning that cash in.
I'm turning it in.
Because your dad is telling you to turn it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Kristen, what are you doing with your $1 million? There it is, just laid out in front of you. It's in a briefcase. There it is.
All right, so I watch an unhealthy amount of true crime. So in my head, this briefcase is like meant for somebody, like a family member left it because another family member was kidnapped and they're trying to get them back. And this is what they're leaving for the kidnappers in order to get their person back, right? So $1 million is life-changing money.
Sure is.
It's untaxed. So you're getting the whole amount.
Yeah.
I would definitely turn it into the authorities because I feel like karma would come back to bite me in the butt.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's somebody out there that left it that needs it.
Uh-huh.
However, if I was in a position where I didn't know where my next meal was coming from, I didn't know how to feed my kids, like if I were struggling, I would take that money in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Because I would feel like the universe put that there for me to help my family.
So we had that debate while we were all talking about it. And keep in mind, a lot of these are 17-year-old boys, right? And they were like, the universe put it there. Not my responsibility. So I am taking the $1 million. But that was a bunch of 17-year-olds.
So cute. Can't wait till the universe beats them down, and then I'd like to hear their answer.
All right. Speaking of which, Cassie, somebody with experience of the universe beating them down lately.
1,000% it was left there by a drug cartel. If I take it, I am getting killed. So I am calling the authorities, which is probably, now that I say it, also a mistake, and the drug cartel would still kill me. So I think I'm just going to leave it there where it is.
You're just going to let it go. You're opening up a briefcase with $1 million and you're capable of just walking away from it without doing anything at all.
I would walk away and then I would call it in when I was away from the briefcase. Because here's the thing, if I didn't have to worry about all my anxiety, right now I'm going to call Rebecca's dad and ask him what to do. All intents and purposes, if I couldn't ID where it came from, there's nothing on, I'd keep the money. Mm-hmm. I'd easily keep the money, but that doesn't happen in the real world.
Yeah.
That is not a windfall that comes without strings. So I would definitely try and turn it in. And also, I'm a big believer in what you do when no one is looking is what defines the kind of person you are.
100%. Okay. Katie, what would you do? You stumble on $1 million.
I'm going to look at that briefcase. I'm going to know that is not for me and it's none of my business. And I need to keep walking and maybe even run because somebody is watching me and they're trying to get me.
The mind F that would come along with that, just leaving it behind and always wondering whose it was it really meant for me? That would really jack you up, I think. Mm-hmm. Jackson.
I'm doing one of two things, and both involve me keeping the money.
Okay. I want to hear both avenues.
Okay. One is that I open up a couple of offshore bank accounts and slowly start depositing the money into those.
This is becoming the most Jackson answer ever. Okay.
Yeah, congrats. The bills are numbered, and now the feds are coming after you for money laundering.
Second option, which is the safer option for myself, is I'm driving to North Carolina to the group of casinos that are there. I'm depositing the money, and I'm getting chips in return. I'm gonna go play a little bit. I'm gonna play some blackjack, play some baccarat, play a little bit of craps, clean up the money, cash the chips in for clean cash, and then deposit the money into offshore accounts.
That's kind of brilliant, actually. All right, I'm no longer calling Rebecca's dad. I'm calling Jackson.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
There's your money laundering 101.
What are you doing?
So I have anxiety. So if I'm seeing this briefcase on the side of the road, again, I'm immediately thinking something's wrong. I'm going to worst case scenario land. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting down the briefcase. I am sprinting away to my closest bathroom, and I am washing the heck out of my hands, A, because money is dirty, but B, I also found out that you can drug items, that if you touch something and the drugs can ingest through your system, you can pass out and die and be human trafficked. So I'm going to wash my hands, make sure I get to a safe public place, so in case I've been drugged, people can find me and I will not be human trafficked.
Kaylee, what are you doing with the $1 million?
This has been character
I'm
defining.
glad you asked, Bert. So I'm walking into Ferrari of Atlanta. I am buying a Ferrari cash. I am going to the strip club. I am going to make it rain. I'm paying all those strippers child support. I'm taking care of all the children.
All the children.
I will say Kaylee's account of things and what he would do falls very closely in line with the 17-year-old kids that I was hanging out with that come from a very conservative Catholic high school.
What are you doing with the money?
Immediately turning it in.
Yeah?
Yeah, immediately turning it in. I couldn't live with myself.
Yeah.
I would always be looking over my shoulder, but just the guilt of it, not knowing where it was coming from, I'm immediately turning it in.
Oh, God, I wouldn't feel... Yeah, are you the only person who would feel guilty? I just don't want to die. That's why I'm turning it in.
Yeah, my conscience would get me. I couldn't do it.
The Bert Show.